Would you know? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh my, this is quite loud. Is it just me? They're all loud. Okay, well, great. Get ready. Don't you love it? The microphone is loud, thus I speak more quietly. It's perfect. I'm going to invite us as we're getting ready to begin. We'll begin in song in just a moment, but you're invited to come as close as you feel comfortable. I see people who I usually see on Zoom, and I'm so excited you're here if you want to come close. Just to be able to, and the method behind that is it really makes a difference to be able to hear each other sing and to feel each other breathe. It helps us remember we're not alone. And it's okay if it's your first time here. You can come sit next to someone you don't know. And it's okay if it's your 25,000th time here. You can still sit next to someone you don't know, or maybe someone you know but you haven't seen in a long time. It's so wonderful to get to be coming together tonight. I'm going to invite us as we find our seat or re-find our seat to just feel our bodies in space, to let ourselves take a few breaths in and out, Hi Rachel. And when our miraculous Rachel and Mindy are ready, we'll start with singing on page 10.
שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Now this is participation, you ready? How good it is to be together. You sing together, try to sing it together. Parallel process, you ready? How good it is to be together. Whoa, 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 whoa. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is to be together. How good it is to be together. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, Rachel. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
My name is Rabbi Ariel, and I'm so glad to be leading with Rabbi Joey and Mindy and Rachel and Kayla, who's becoming Bar Mitzvah. And as I look around this room, I just want to name, we have multiple smachot happening in this space at once. We have Kayla, who is rising to teach us Torah tomorrow morning as Bar Mitzvah, and we're so excited for you and the work you've been doing in your family. I know your parents, so I know you come from powerful people, but I also feel the people who are sitting next to your parents with a lot of resolute, proud, beautiful energy, and I'm so excited to get to know your people tomorrow. I know we're also celebrating our seniors. Shir Tikva seniors, will you please raise your hands? Yay. We even have a senior who graduated today.
Oh,
Wow.
Or whose last day of class was today, which was pretty incredible. We're also celebrating Shir Tikva's faculty who have been teaching our young people all year. If you are a Shir Tikva teacher, will you please raise your hand? Thank you so much. If you have been at one point a Shir Tikva teacher, would you please raise your hand? We're doing it. Oh, and actually, wow, I'm going to make a Torah connection. I don't even have to reach for Torah. We're starting the book of Bamidbar. And at the beginning of the book of Bamidbar, Kayla, what happens?
There's a roll call for who needs to do what to build the tabernacle.
Thank you. Not every 13-year-old would rise to that challenge. Exactly. We begin the book of the wilderness, Bamidbar, in the wilderness, and the first thing that happens is the people are told to take a census. So what we're doing right now is we're taking our own roll call. We're saying, who's in this space? Because we don't all know each other. And so the next roll call that I want to do is, who's here for the first time in a really long time? You get to define what a really long time is. Welcome back. Who's here for the first time? Welcome. Who's here celebrating a birthday? Yeah, sure.
yeah, sure.
Who's here with a weary heart? Sorry. It took a turn. Yeah. We're in community moving through tremendous challenge. And we make space for rest. And we make space for joy, knowing that we're also going to be holding woe and shake and disorientation and frustration, exhaustion. Our hearts are going to be honest. And I think one of the things I love about being a Shir Tikva is we get to help each other face it with gentleness and with chutzpah, right? But we show up for each other. When we're doing it, we show up for each other, yeah? And I'm just so grateful for this chance, to our seniors, to our faculty, to Kayla, to Asher, to folks who are saying, I'm celebrating, I'm moving through a moment of change. Will you be here with me? And I think Kayla's going to teach us all about the census tomorrow, and I can't wait. But I do think that there's something about the wisdom of saying we're going to show up for each other no matter what. And we're going to lift each other up and witness each other in moments of tremendous change. And so we'll have chances. And I know, is Forrest here? Yes, he's downstairs. Forrest is downstairs schlepping because Forrest is a mensch. But we're also going to get a chance to learn with our Director of Youth and Family Education, Forrest Yesnes, today, who is going to be blessing our teachers and our seniors and really giving us a chance to celebrate with you and how glad we are, how good it is to be together. Yesher koach. So I'm going to invite Kayla and your parents to come join us on the bima as we light candles for Shabbos.
You can find the bracha on page 2. Hang out at each wick for just a second. That's perfect.
Asher
thing you have to do.
Mazal tov,
Yasher
Kayla.
koach. I'd like to welcome up Asher Edis to receive just a quick simcha. Asher, welcome. I get the total blessing of getting to bless you on your 40th birthday. I often have the practice of blessing folks with words that carry the numeric value in Hebrew of the milestone that they've reached. And so I want to bless you with the word le'at, meaning slowly. May this be a year, may it be a decade of the slow and the subtle, the generative and the gentle. May your fierce soul and sharp brain continue to move at the clip that this world needs, but may your soul follow the pace of Minnehaha Creek and the wind through the cottonwoods, moving ever le'at into this time to come, into this world to come. We'll say together Mazal Tov on 3. 1, 2, 3. Mazal Tov!
We'll turn together to page 12. Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday, Asher.
L'chun ranana l'Adonai nahariya l'tzur yishenu nekadma fanav b'todah b'zmirot nahariya lo l'chun ranena l'Adonai nahariya l'tzur yishenu nekadma fanav b'todah b'zmirot nahariya lo
We'll continue on the next page, the first words of Psalm 96, page 13.
Shir l'Adonai, shir chadash, shir l'Adonai kol haaretz, shir l'Adonai baruch hu shemo, basru miyom liyom, Yeshuato. Shir l'Adonai, shir chadash, shir l'Adonai kol haaretz, shir l'Adonai baruch hu shemo, basru miyom liyom, Yeshuato. Shir l'Adonai, shir l'Adonai kol haaretz, shir l'Adonai Asru miyom liyom Yeshuato.
We'll turn to our blue handouts. Kayla, you were just signaling that. It's time to go to our blue handouts. You were getting it ready. We'll sing Ana B'Choach.
Okay. Ana b'koach gedulat yemincha tatir zerura kabel rinat amcha sarvenu taharenu Nora Ana b'koach gedulat yemincha Tatir zerura kabel rinat amcha sagvenu taharenu Nora
We'll turn together to page 20. We'll greet Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. When we get to the 9th verse, you're invited to come out, to rise in body and spirit, to come out onto 50th Street or wherever you are on Zoom, to throw open your doors and your windows and greet Shabbat.
Likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad ishmi'anu el ha'myuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'elitila lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala P'nei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki hi mekor ha'bracha Merosh mikelem nesucha Sof ma'aseh B'machshavati-la lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech ir melucha Kumi zeni b'tochachecha Rav lach shevet b'melech habacha V'hu yachamol alayichem לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מאחר קומי, לבשי שבטי תפארתך חמים, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי. קרבה אל נפשי גאלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעבורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תטעמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו אני עמי, ונבנתה העיר על תילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשי שושייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כבשוש חתם הקהלן. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי, על יד איש בן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת פעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקרא. Oops, here we go. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקרא. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקרא. Shabbat Kabbalah. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, sure.
What an honor and delight to be able to invite Kayla to lead us in Baruch as you call us to prayer on page 28. I'll invite the community please to rise and root.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach.
We'll stay on our feet or rooted on page 34. Oh, let's do blessings. Never mind, you can take a seat. We'll turn to page 30. Blessing a God who brings change into this world, who makes kids grow older and older and older until they eventually leave our community
And come back and visit.
and come back and visit.
Or move back.
Who brings us anniversaries, who brings us birthdays, who moves us through times and transitions. We'll bless that God together, taking a big breath in together and out.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המריב הרבים.
On page 32, we give thanks to a God who brings love into the world, a God who lets love wind its way through those moments of transition, who allows it to transform but stay strong. I invite you, as we think about our kids going off this week, I invite you to think of someone that you love who's far away right now. Bring them into your heart. practicing the art of loving from afar. Breathing in and out.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
We'll rise or root on page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed.
We'll turn to page 37.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gates. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohim.
We'll turn together to page 40.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilo seifele, nora tehilo seifele. Malchut hilchara uvanecha, boker yalifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'amru. Adonai
Ad Adonai Gal Yisrael.
On page 42, in a moment, we'll pray for peace and we'll pray for safety. It feels relentless to daven these words each week, as so many vulnerable folks, as trans folks, as immigrants in our own community are suffering under the violence of this state, as Gaza starves. One thing as we're moving towards Shavuot that is keeping me grounded each time I daven these words in the evening is to ground into teachers, is to ground into the people who've taught me about peace, community, safety, and justice. And I've been thinking particularly about a teacher of mine, Maria Varela, a mentor of mine in college. She is an incredible human who was active organizing with SNCC in the 60s in Mississippi, and learned to take photos, documentary photos, during that moment in history, documenting both just the devastation of Jim Crow on one hand and the bravery of civil rights workers on the other. And I feel like I learned from her 3 important things: to always keep a record, a clear-eyed record of the hardest things that are happening, how to make incredibly good red and green chili, and to relentlessly and always keep fighting. As we sing together on page 42, as we imagine what peace and safety might look like even in a world that feels so broken, I invite you to think now and to think going forward of who are your teachers in this. What does it look like to continue to honor them as we move in this season of revelation?
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shomecha, v'taknenu b'etza tova milfanecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shomecha, v'taknenu b'etza tova milfanecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shomecha, v'taknenu b'etza tova milfanecha.
We'll rise in body or spirit on page 44. Yeah.
Okay.
Shamru
B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat v'doratam berit olam, v'shamru B'nei Yisrael et
HaShabbat,
la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
Asa Adonai
et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam beritoyam.
Uvayom hashvihi shavat vayinafash Shavat vayinafash
Shavat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam beritolam.
We'll turn to page 46, beginning in song and then going into quiet for our Amidah. we'll take a moment to pray for healing for ourselves, healing for those in our lives who are in need of it. I'll take a second now to pause us in breath, and as we breathe in and then out, I invite folks as they breathe out to say the name or names of anyone that they're thinking about tonight. And then we'll join up in prayer on the bottom of your blue sheet, number 2. Let's take a big breath in. Tonight we're praying for.
What an honor to get to invite Forrest Yesnes to come offer words of Torah. As Forrest is coming up, I just want to offer, we're going to have a chance to celebrate with Forrest later this summer, but I just want to offer Forrest congratulations on 10 years of work here at Shir Tikva. It's huge. I just feel like we need to say this again and again, I just want you to know, which makes Forrest our most senior staff member. Thank God for you. And just so much gratitude for all of the ways that you have held our people, which is not just our young people, but especially our young people through such tremendous and important years. And so we're so eager to hear your Torah. And Yesher Koach.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Kayla, good to see you up here. Tomorrow morning, we have the privilege of Kayla teaching us about and chanting from Parshat Bamidbar. Kayla is confident and capable and a real leader in her class, and I'm not just saying that. And I'm humbled to give a sliver of a drosh tonight, knowing that I'm in the shadow of Kayla's much bigger, more epic words tomorrow. This Shabbat, our ancestors conduct their census. It is not the most exciting story in Torah. And still, I found myself wondering about a huge plot hole. Our great and powerful God, who just a year before this census freed the slaves from Mitzrayim, doesn't know how many people there are? God, who can make a bush burn without burning the bush, can't do a quick head count? God, who gave Noach the exact dimensions of the ark down to the cubit, is not going to do this math? Is this like the parent who gives the child some busy work just for a moment of respite? Or is there something else going on here? Because I believe God knew exactly how many people there were in the desert encampment. I believe God knew about every single person whose life God saved and whose future God ensured. But I do not think this was a random assignment for the Israelites. So then, how do we make sense of the census? At the beginning of the Parsha, God commands, Se'u et rosh kol adat b'nei Yisrael. Take up the head of all the people. Literally lift up their heads. Se'u implies dignity and greatness. It's a word used for honor. 400 years of enslavement, of hunched over, back-breaking work, of oppressive masters, of no livelihood, of bowed heads avoiding and evading the eyes of the Egyptians. And God tells Moshe to lift up every single head. Until now, I understood Bamidbar and the census taking as a cold business matter. Various officials lining everyone up, long, sweltering days of waiting under the desert sun, both counters and countees going through the motions of this demand in fear of rebuke from God. But tonight I'm imagining it differently. Moshe, the leader of the Kahal, visiting everyone's campsite one at a time, asking to join them around the fire, telling the same jokes to each encampment. I like the idea of Moses with dad joke energy. He greets families, he checks in with everyone, and then calmly he approaches each person. He asks their name, not only for the record books, but so that he can know them. And then finally puts a hand on their chin and lifts their tired head to the sky to feel the warmth of the sun on their cheeks. So God knew exactly what God was doing with this command. God knew the chaos of leaving Egypt allowed no time for mixer questions and get-to-know-you activities. I like to believe there was small neighborly talk as our ancestors scuttled across the bare ocean floor toward freedom, but I do not believe there was. They scrambled, as we know, to put it mildly. And so, with slavery a year behind them, God knew it was time to not just survive as individuals, but to thrive as a community. And so God gave Moshe this beloved task of getting to know the people for whom he was responsible. Moshe was to look every Israelite in the eye, and by doing so, communicates to each and every one of them that they merit an individual count. No longer are you unknown in a countless sea of slaves. You are a member of an infinite community. There are people in our very own congregation in this room who Se'u et rosh kol adat b'nei Yisrael, who lift up every member of their community each week. And it's not just because they are required to take attendance. Their names are Shanna, Judy, Esther, Rachel, Barry, Jesse, Sarah Rose, Jim, Dave, Maggie, Jonah, Marilyn, Rachel, Raina, and Orr. Thank you. They are our faculty, our beloved sages of the Youth and Family Education Department. No one knows this practice of lifting up each head like our teachers and tutors and youth staff. Yes, the activities they lead, the discussions they facilitate, the content they impart, the curriculum, the lesson plans, these matter. Don't get any funny ideas. But we've been learning so much lately what we've always known. Our work is really about lifting up our students. When students are down, our faculty talk with them. When children are rambunctious, our faculty meet them with patience. When a class is struggling, our teachers rework their plans. When students are not getting something, our tutors go over it again and again. When our students are proud of an accomplishment, our faculty celebrate them. When our students have ideas, our faculty empower them. When our faculty miss the mark, they examine and try again. When students are absent, our faculty check in with them. When a student's parent dies, our faculty reach out to them. When for our students, school is hard and life is harder, our faculty listen to them. Just as important as welcoming our students into a greater understanding of our tradition is counting them, accounting for them, knowing their names, and lifting their heads to be noticed and cared for. And so to our faculty, Yasher Koach on your work, Mazal Tov on your accomplishments, and most of all, thank you. May your students someday know how you have noticed them, how you have ensured they not be anonymous wanderers, but each a counted member of Yisrael. May they know how you have enhanced their self-worth and how you have increased their confidence. May they know belonging because of you. And may they know the absurd, demanding love that is required of being an educator. May they share a fraction of the warmth and wisdom with their someday students as you have shared with them. A few folks in our census tonight will be counted differently from here, as they're off to new, incredible things. After tefillah, our rabbis are inviting the seniors and Or to join us in the library for some blessing and gift for Tefillat HaDerech, the traveler's prayer. But first, a few words on these people. Or Levinson joined the youth team 2 years ago as our first ever administrative assistant. Having another member of this team was long overdue. And still, I am moved by the myriad ways you, Or, showed up for our students, our families, and our team. Despite the fact that my portfolio has always been too big for one person, I was rather nervous to pass things over to you, which I told you probably 40 times had nothing to do with you, and everything to do with how closely I have held my work over these years. And to your credit, Or, you rarely made fun of me for this difficult transition. Or you quickly took on more responsibilities, and in addition to supporting our classrooms, you became a particularly crucial member of the Bar Mitzvah team, tending fiercely and righteously to the details that keep our 6th and 7th graders on track, partnering with, and yes, reducing the anxiety of, our Bar Mitzvah parents, and being remarkably reliable for our hardworking tutors. As my colleague, Or, I have appreciated the ways you've challenged assumptions, held Shir Tikva to high standards, myself included, and told it like it is. You've reminded us that our work can be diligent and fun. You've taught us movement, led us in dance, moved forward your secret klezmer agenda successfully, and imparted more Yiddish than any other staff person in our history. Or is heading to rabbinical school in the fall, if you haven't heard. Or as a rabbi, I pray that you carry these skills of communications, logistics, and lightness alongside your spiritual visions for the world. And Or may your work, please God, lead to permanent, meaningful, shared peace between Palestinians and Israelis. Your name means light, and we will miss the Or that you have shared with us, your honesty, your perspective, and your vulnerability. Thank you. I look forward to your visits back, especially to a lounge that looks like a lounge, to splitting another bag of nerds clusters, and to hearing about all you are learning and teaching. Be well. Last but not least, our senior class. Seniors, you are a firecracker group. You have eaten up every crumb of what Shir Tikva has offered you. Religious school classes, opportunities to volunteer, positions on the youth group board, weekends away to the woods or Washington. You are obsessed with the Purim Carnival in ways I've never seen. And I'm not confident we can run it without you next year. You did not let the weight of becoming Bar Mitzvah apart and online dampen your spirits. I know it wasn't easy, but you may be the one class who really made it through together, and that says a lot about you. And you have excellent parents, some of whom may be wondering, what is my role in the community without a student here? But a reminder that you are already congregants at large. Again, you might be one of the few classes who have carved their own identities beyond the important but sometimes narrow label of parent. Please keep showing up with your ideas and your energy. We still see you, and we need you. Seniors, throughout your time at Shir Tikva, you have demanded more. You have wanted to travel more, experience more, sit together and just giggle more. I know that Shir Tikva has sometimes disappointed you. When we are dissatisfied or still hungry once the meal is over, our job is to elbow our ways into the kitchen and scrounge up another course. Please take your ideas and your passions with you, near and far, this fall, and bring them to other Jewish communities, ones that already exist and ones that you need to create. The work is great, but you can handle it. You already have, and you will continue to. And please, God, come back and visit. Shabbat Shalom.
To heap blessings onto blessings, Yesher Koach Forest, what beautiful Torah. We'll offer our Birkat Kehillah, our community blessing, which is found on our blue sheets. And for our seniors, for our faculty, for OR, I just want to invite us, if you're sitting near people that you feel comfortable putting your arm around or cuddling into a little bit, like just to feel that this is a web of blessing, not only of song and word, but also of connection and community. Oh, so sweet. Yay. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et ha'ne'arim, v'yikarev hahem shemi, v'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yidgul harov b'kerev haaretz, yisimchem Elohim kesara kerivka, kerachel ucheleya, k'Efraim v'chimenashe, yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. I'll invite our Zoom blessers, please, to pour down blessing in this time of transition and blessing. Yalalai, yalalai, ay, ay. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. May we all be seen and counted. May our teachers and students continue to push us parents and other adults to commit to Tikkun Olam. May we create more opportunity for blessing. May we be able to hear the ways we have impacted our community when we need it. May we remember that we were all at Sinai. May we all feel lifted up and know that we count. May we all find those who lift our heads and learn to lift the heads of those around us. May we remember that how we are in a space and with people is more important than what we say or do. May these students keep carving out their place in Judaism. May we trade wisdom with others this weekend for Shavuot. May we listen to young people when they assert themselves. May we make a point of getting to know each other when we can, that the work is better done late than never. Ken yehi ratzon, yalalai, 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 just know there's abundant appreciation for your Torah forest or for your service. There's a recognition of all of the ways that you have touched people and community way beyond the YFE department. So thank you, Yesher Koach, and just so many well wishes to our seniors as they ground in this time of celebration and prepare for what is next. So I'll invite us please to turn to page 284 and rise and root as we sing V'Hashevota.
Adonai, Hu Elohim, Hashevota, El levavecha, Ki havaya, Ki Elohim, Ne'emar, Adonai, Lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu,
turn now to Kadisha Tom, to Mourner's Kaddish, and we'll sing first Oseh Shalom, which gives us space to grieve and to pour out our breath and our voice at the impossibility of all of the people who have died and continue to die since October 7th, with hearts aimed towards Gaza, West Bank, those still hostage. We'll sing Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, imru, amen. It's the tradition in our community to share stories of the people that we're remembering, and so I'll share our community's list of people who have died recently and people who have died at this time in years past. And if, as I come to the end of our community's list, I have not said the name of the person that you're remembering, please raise your hand, and Rabbi Joey will come to you with our microphone. We are in Shloshim for the first 30 days since the death of Michael Lower, husband of Leanna Farber, and father of Isaac and Mo, and beloved member of Shir Tikva. We're in the Shloshim for Rowan Gormish Gray, baby of Leah and Jason Gormish Gray. We observe the yard sites of Shirley Swerdlick, Deborah Goodlaxon's mom and beloved member of Shir Tikva.
I'm saying Kaddish today for my father. His name was Frank Ehrlich. His Hebrew name was Ephraim ben Nachman Shimon the Esther Gittel, and he was one of 4 children. He was the only boy, so he knew how to take care of girls, and he had a large family. I'm one of that large family, and he knew how to take care of us and how to have fun with us and how to be a good and kind and smart man.
I'm Amy Swerdlick, Deborah's sister, and it's hard to believe it's been 5 years since we lost our mother, Shirley Swerdlick, and I miss her every day.
We remember Robin Berkowitz Alvarez, Shay Berkowitz's sister, Molly Axler, Lisa Brownstein's grandma, Corky Becker, Julie Jacobs' uncle.
Yeah, it's just been a year, and it's hard to believe that he's not still on the earth. He was a very fun-loving, gentle man, and I miss him.
Leonard Berkowitz, Shay's father. Ken Cooper, Elaine Rudick's brother. Barton Cottle. Oh, forgive me, Elaine.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, my brother Ken. You know what? I spoke about Ken last week because I thought I would be away this week. But thank you. So, thank you.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Tell us something else. Okay. May his memory be a blessing. Barton Cottle, Richard's son. Nina Cottle, Richard's mother. Sam Gershon, Steve's grandfather. Robert Goldstein, Devorah's father. Ebert Harris, Shep's father. Walter Marciada, Katie Breslin's uncle. Lily Munzer, Deborah Munzer-Doisbaum. Steve Newman, Jane's brother. Francis Posnock, Peter Berman's sister. Max Rosenthal, Nancy Abramson's grandfather. Maynard George Sauter, Sia's dad.
Okay, so I'm limiting this to one story. There's so many stories because my dad, he was such a character. So no exploding cabbages and sauerkraut stories tonight. Some of you remember that for a while back. But I would like to talk about popcorn because he loved to make popcorn for people. He could also inhale entire bowls of popcorn. But here's what would happen is, we'd be together as a group, family, small family or larger family, and suddenly he'd say, "Who'd like popcorn?" So he would make popcorn, he'd get bowls out for everyone, he'd get everyone sitting down and eating popcorn. But this, I think, was his secret agenda. He would start to tell us stories, and pretty soon everyone was not watching a movie or reading a book or not reading a screen. We don't always have screens to look at. They were looking at one another, listening to stories, and he was passing on family oral lore and what it was like for him during some tough times and how we got through. And in this way, he taught us about who we are and ways to survive the tough times. And I just, in this age when people are staring at screens instead of talking, I just encourage everyone, make popcorn for one another.
Howard Siegel, How's Dad? Laverne Snetting, Donna's father. Henry Lorenzi Sojourner, Aaron's father. Sidney Spirer, Jody's father. Ozzie Stern, Mike's father. Rosalind Troop, Sarah Caston's grandmother.
This is my grandma's second yard site, which is weird to think of. I guess for this yard site, I've been thinking a lot about the fact that for a lot of her life, she was a deeply unhappy and complicated woman. But when she was happy, her entire face would just split open, just meaning like just sunshine and when she'd laugh, it would just like go through her whole body. Like you could just see that she would just shake with laughter. And that's how I'm remembering her, this yard site.
Alan Weinblatt, Gloria's husband and founding member of Shir Tikva.
Most of the people in this room have no idea who Alan Weinblatt was. So this is his fourth yard site, and he carried the Torah from St. Paul JCC here. So that's it. But what just happened this past weekend is we had number 6 bat mitzvah out of 7 coming. And I didn't really know how to remember Alan, and I didn't know the right way to show respect. And I entered the room with a bunch of screaming kids. And I look, and there's one grandson dressed in Alan's tux. Oh. And then I look and I found my son dressed up in Alan's clothes. And then I just started laughing. He was remembered.
I love that. Frida Weinstein, Miriam's grandmother. Norman Weissman, Robert's father. Norman Wersan, Ellen's father. Margie Yancey, Samuel Forsyth's grandmother. Erwin Yesnes, Forrest's great uncle and Daniel's uncle. Mike Borkin, Anna's father. I wonder, are there other people that you're remembering tonight whose names you'd like to share?
My grandfather, Gerald Rosen, who would be very proud of where I am today and always made sure I know who I am and where I come from.
This weekend would have been Sam Nordquist's birthday. I can't remember exactly how old he would have been turning, but younger than me, and I am 25. Yeah, if you don't know who Sam was, he was a very young black trans man in our community. I know people who knew him, and he was murdered earlier this year, which is a thing I hate to be able to say 6 months into the year. Yeah, I just wanted to remember him on his upcoming birthday. Sam's family are still trying to seek justice for him, so if you're able to reach out to them or donate to the legal fund or anything like that, please do.
A very close family friend, Elizabeth Clark, died last week. She was very bright and energetic. I still remember playing at her house when I was little. She had these little fake grapes that I used to love to play with. They were like squishy, and I liked that. So I'm still missing her.
My grandpa, Sherman Rutzik, passed away, I guess it's been 13 years, but I'm thinking about him this time of year for sure. He was a larger-than-life person, and wherever I would go when I was younger and into my adult life, people would say, "Oh, are you Sherman's son?" And I'd say he was my grandpa, but there's less of that now. But I still do think about him a ton and appreciate everybody always asking about him.
Hi, I'm visiting from Washington, D.C., and was out of town when Sarah and Yaron were killed 2 weeks ago, or less than a week. I've lost all track of time. So it's just been really nice to find community. So I just wanted to thank you and honor Sarah and Yaron. They were at every single event you can think of for people in their 20s, 30s, 40s around Washington, D.C. And I have a very fond memory of Sarah Milgram at one of our Hanukkah markets, dragging people to different vendors that she found candles, she found little matches. She was just a really bright light.
We just passed my Bobby's yard site, Rachel Levinson, née Laub, and there's so many stories I could tell about her. A lot of them are freaking hysterical. She was very funny and very full of life. And I love her a lot, and I miss her a lot, and I still feel her with me all the time, and I also wish that she was present in a way where I could hear and see and appreciate her reaction as a dyed-in-the-wool secular communist about preparing to send a grandchild off to rabbinical school. But I love her a lot, and I would enjoy, I think, her. Why the hell do you want to go and do that? I'm so proud of you. Juxtaposition.
Thank you for giving us the chance to remember together and to get to hold so many grieving and remembering hearts. So we'll turn to page 294 and rise and root and say Kaddish.
Sorry.
Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'rama, huya oseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen.
So I'm going to invite up Sid, who was our wonderful usher, to offer some announcements.
Thank you so much, Sid.
Sid has the moment.
Sorry, that's loud. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I knew people's names. I'm Sid. Says to introduce yourself. Okay. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. It's such a joy to be together. At the end of the service, please return the prayer books to the usher table. Please separate the song sheets from the Siddur. Let's see. Mazel tov to Kayla Rognes in becoming b'mitzvah. Kayla is also fundraising for National Immigrant Justice Center, so see her for more info. Thank you to all those who made tonight possible, Rabbis Ariel and Joey, prayer leaders Rachel Lipkin and Mindy Benowitz, and Forrest Yenis, our incredible class of seniors, Gordon, Sam, the McComb Julie Jacobs, and Lori Sweet. Thank you to our usher, me, Shomrim, Davey, and Security for your steady presence, and thank you to the Marat and Castino Freilich families for hosting Oneg together tonight in honor of Kayla's becoming bar mitzvah. Oh, there's so much to say. Okay.
There's a lot. You're doing great.
You can find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in the weekly e-news and on our website. Interested in what membership means at Shir Tikva? Do we have a membership committee rep? Cool. You can talk to Julie about that tonight. Let's see. Next week's Shabbat service will be mask required. If this isn't the best fit for you, please join us on Zoom. Shavuot cometh. We'll learn all night long, starting at 6 p.m. on Sunday into Monday. We'll celebrate the giving of Torah with song, study, and art making. We'll close out with sunrise prayer at Lake Harriet. Come for an hour or stay all night long. We're 2 weeks off from a special Shabbat to celebrate our Musar learners.
Yay.
If you've ever been interested in Jewish resources for moral development, come to Shabbat on June 13th to learn about this vital community study. And finally, a reminder that your community is here to support you. Please reach out to our rabbis if you encounter a life change so they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support.
Yes, Shirkoff, thank you so much. That line, Shir Tikva network of support, we put in, I wrote it once 5 or 6 years ago, and the fact that we keep saying it every week like it's a meme, it's just unbelievable to me. There it is. That's how minhagim get made. That's how traditions get made. So we're going to, if anyone has a better name for it, please let us know. We're going to count the Omer now, and then we're going to bless grape juice and challah and sing our way out. So you're invited, please, to turn to page 278. And in case you've lost count, this is the last Shabbat we will count the Omer at. Whoa. Tell me how you really feel. Please rise and root. Leshem yichud kuchavricho shchintei hineni muchana umzumenet lekayem mitzvat aseh shel sfirat haomer shel sfirat haomer shel sfirat haomer shel sfirat haomer sheva shavatot temimot tiena השבתות תמימות תהיינה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer hayom shmona ve'arba'im yom shehem shisha shavuot v'shisha yamim la'omer. This is the 48th day, which makes it 6 weeks and 6 days of the Omer, which tells you, given that the Omer is 49 days long, that we are quite close indeed to Shavuot, much to Rabbi Joey's joy. I would love us, as we're in, Kayla, you are going to go up to the Bima. Junie, you're going to join us to offer Kayla some words. Sula is going to join us. Yay, Sula! Come on up to offer us some words and to cheer Kayla on. But I want us to know that today is Kayla's birthday. So, Kayla, you're going to go up there. We're going to receive some words of congratulations and encouragement from your friend, and then we're going to sing you happy birthday, and then we're going to bless. So go on up. We can all be seated, though.
Asher.
Happy birthday. Kayla, you did so well. I'm so excited to see you up on the Bima tomorrow. I know you do amazing because you are amazing. You are genuinely one of the kindest people I've ever met. Thank you so much for being so great.
And Zula, will you stay up there so that way Kayla doesn't have to be alone as a whole room of people sing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kayla. Happy birthday to you. And to join us on the Bima, I'm going to invite our seniors, please, to join Kayla. Come on down, seniors. Kiddush is found on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam
asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzav banu v'shabar kosho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom tefilah lemikra kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta im kol ha'amim v'shabbat koshecha ve'ahava u'vratzon im kol tanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. And the blessing for Chala is on page 302.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon.
close in song. Thank you again to Rachel and Mindy for your beautiful leadership. On page 62.
So page 62, this is a prayer that I wrote, Patach Libi, to keep our hearts open, to deepen our relationships with people, especially during these hard times. It's the only way that we can create joy and connection is how do you keep your heart open? It's Patach Libi, B'Toratecha, Uva Mitzvotecha, Tirdof Nafshi. And the English is open my heart to live your Torah, so I may do your mitzvot. Second time around is slightly different. Open my heart to be your Torah. We will live Torah and be Torah, bringing goodness and peace to all on earth. So, Petach libi, b'toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, tirdof nafshi. Petach libi, b'toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, tirdof nafshi. Open my heart. Open my heart to live your Torah, that I may do your mitzvot. Open my heart to be your Torah, bringing goodness and peace to all on earth. Petach libi, b'toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, tirdof nafshi. Petach libi, b'toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, tirdof nafshi. Open my heart to live your Torah, that I may do your mitzvot. Open my heart to be your Torah, bringing goodness and peace to all on earth.
Good Shabbos, everyone. Seniors and Or will see you in the library in just a few moments. Grab some nosh and head into the library.